Hello, my name is Sevin Phillips, and I'm going to give you some information that could save your relationship. Making amends and knowing how to apologize in a good way is essential to happiness. It's essential for not having baggage in your relationship, for healing things up so they don't have to carry weight for either one of you in the future, and it just brings a lot more happiness in our lives. A couple of things that people do that does not work very well. One of them is justifiable behavior, which is basically, I'm not going to apologize because you did something to me. In other words, I'm justified in my poor behavior because you hurt me first, something like that. And that's a trap because we all are responsible for our behavior. We have the right to take care of ourselves in any given situation. And yes, we do get hurt sometimes and we have to deal with that. But we ourselves cannot retaliate or it never ends. We step on each other's toes and everyone retaliates and it gets worse. Another thing is that sometimes people say sorry just to appease their partner. I know you're hurt and upset by what I've done. I have no idea whether it's wrong or right, or I might not even think it was wrong of me, but I'm going to say sorry anyways. And that doesn't work for a lot of reasons. First of all, you're going to keep doing that behavior, most likely, and it's not going to stop. And so sorry is not going to work. And second of all, you don't actually mean it. And people are very smart and intuitive, and they can tell you don't mean it. It's just not very authentic. Sometimes we want to blame each other for our feelings, and it's understandable. I mean, we hurt each other for sure. But the only thing that we can do in life is take responsibility for our own behavior. And we hope our partners will do the same. But let it start with you. The first thing you need to do is to examine every incident that you have a fight, for instance. Examine your part in it. I know it's easy to examine the other person and how they hurt you. That's usually the first thing we think about. I want you to think about whether the chicken or the egg or who was first. What did you do that was disrespectful? What did you say that was meant to be hurtful? Was it reactive? And if it was reactive, it probably wasn't very kind. And the best thing to do after that examination is to come back and take responsibility for what you did. Now, a lot of people have a lot of fear with this because they feel if they take responsibility for their part, they're taking responsibility for everything. And that is not true. If you have a difficult time with this, you could even say something like, listen, there's two people in our relationship and I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not taking responsibility for our whole fight, but there's some things that I did, some behaviors that I did that were not cool and were not respectful. And it's not the way that I want to be towards you. And then you just tell the person, you know, what you did, what your behavior was, and what you'd like to do differently. It's way different than sorry. Making an amends is acknowledging what you did because you've examined it. It's telling the person what you don't like about what you did, and most importantly, tell them what you want to do differently next time. You don't even have to say sorry, and the way that I'm telling you to do it is far more powerful than any sorry. A couple things you have to watch out for. You have to watch out for the, I'm making amends, I'm apologizing for this, but you blah, blah, blah. Whenever you put a but after an apology and you speak about what somebody else did to you, it just takes away all the beautiful medicine of making an amends. My suggestion to you is if you're going to make amends, don't mention what the other person did to you. Maybe later, a couple of hours, a day later, come back and tell the other person how they hurt you. But don't do it at the same time because it just takes away the amends and the power of it. And then the last thing, of course, which I've mentioned before, is shy away from saying sorry. It loses its importance. Most of us don't care whether you're sorry. What we want to know is what you're going to do about it. If you keep treating me disrespectfully, sorry is going to lose its meaning. But your effortfulness in your self-examination and in your practice and mindfulness of changing your behavior is really at the heart of what matters to anybody. So you can save your relationship by examining yourself, cleaning your side of the street in any argument or fight that you have, and I think you'll be shocked. You'll find, not always, but often, your partner will want to make amends too. It's pretty neat. And not only that, but it's such a lighthearted way to live your relationship. You don't have to carry the baggage of resentment at a level that you would have otherwise. And both of you can move through life and through difficulties and even fighting, which is healthy and normal in a relationship. but get through it in a very healthy way. I hope this helps. Thanks.